Welcome to College Smart Radio, helping you bring into focus the true cost of college and how to tackle the runaway costs of financing a college education. College Smart Radio is hosted by Beatrice Schultz, a certified financial planner and co-founder of Westface College Planning. Now, here's your host for College Smart Radio, Beatrice Schultz.
Welcome to College Smart Radio. $11 billion in merit scholarships provided by colleges are available to incoming students. Too many students only become aware of these significant merit scholarship opportunities after they're accepted at a college. On today's College Smart Radio program, we're going to help you understand merit scholarships and why knowing what merit scholarships are available from colleges should be an important factor early in the college selection process. Hi, I'm Beatrice Schultz. Welcome to our weekly show, College Smart Radio, where we help you tackle the runaway costs of a college education. Our show is all about bringing up-to-date and practical advice to parents who are dealing with the cost of a college education for their kids. College is expensive and getting more so each year, with a private school costing up to $60,000, a UC costing close to $35,000, and a California State University running $25,000 per year. Parents need more help than ever. We bring you that help by sharing ways to pay less, tapping into financial aid, and prioritizing your source of funds to make sure you get through the most expensive years of your life. Based on my own education and experience, I share my insights with you week in and week out. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical Engineering and a Master's degree in International Business. I am a certified financial planner and the owner of the San Carlos-based college planning business, Westface College Planning. We host workshops on college planning and consult with parents on a daily basis. In addition to my insights, I bring in experts in many areas of the college process, from counselors, financial aid officers, college administrators, financial professionals, parents, and even students. You'll learn firsthand the ins and outs of how to pay for college and survive financially. In addition to our show, you can find lots of powerful information at our collegesmartradio.com and westfacecollegeplanning.com websites. We have many articles that I've authored with up-to-date information on navigating the waters of paying for the runaway cost of college. We have a monthly e-newsletter full of content about college planning. We also have posted a glossary of key terms used in the world of college planning. Terms like merit aid, total cost of attendance, FAFSA, student assets, base year, and so forth. And we have a link to our free community parent workshops that we host to teach parents how to pay for college and how the financial aid system really works. So let's get into today's show. College is expensive and getting more so each year. College cost of attendance has been increasing by 3 to 10% annually. As it becomes more difficult to fund a college education, what many students and parents don't realize is that more than $11 billion in merit aid provided by schools is available and is actually paid to incoming students. So let's start with answering the question, what is merit aid? Merit aid is actually the general term for grants, scholarships, and discounts that a college awards to an admitted student without regard to financial need. Merit aid may be based on academic or athletic achievements, special talents such as music, where the student lives, or other demographic characteristic. Merit aid is also known as non-need-based aid. It's different from need-based aid. As a reminder, need-based aid is awarded based on a student's economic situation. Students only become aware of these significant merit scholarship opportunities after they've been accepted at a college, and then they're offered a merit scholarship, and they act surprised. Wow, I'm so excited I got that merit scholarship. And in fact, many students may not even apply to certain colleges because they seem too expensive. They don't think they're going to qualify for need-based aid. But in reality, with the help of merit aid, some previously out-of-reach colleges may be affordable. These scholarships even make some private colleges as affordable as state schools. Each year, thousands of students receive on average $5,000 in merit scholarships from college. Many of these awards can be renewed year after year. Merit aid can sometimes reduce the cost of attending a college by more than that, by tens of thousands of dollars per year. Understanding what merit scholarships are available from each college should be an important factor in deciding where to apply, along with the other aspects of college fit, such as what's available in need-based aid. Does the college have the available academic courses that you want for your career and major? What's the distance from home? What's the size of campus? And all the other criteria that are part of choosing a college. Students want to know which colleges they can afford very early in the college selection process, well before they apply, so that they can make a more educated decision on where to apply. And one of those decision-making processes is always going to be the financial side. I'm sure that a few of you are listening to the show thinking, I really don't think that my child is unique or diverse enough to be awarded any merit aid. So let's start by dispelling some of those myths. The most common myth I hear is that merit aid only goes to students with straight A's and a better than 4.0 grade point average. There is merit aid available for students with straight A's, but every scholarship has its own requirements. Many emphasize leadership or community and school involvement over grades. There are merit aid scholarships for students based on their interests, their intended majors, and even where they grew up. There's usually minimum grade requirements, but students with a GPA of 2.0 or higher often qualify. Second myth I hear is that merit aid is only offered by private colleges, and the truth is that merit aid scholarships are awarded by both public and private scholarships, as well as state governments. For example, California Cal Grants are awarded as a combination of merit and need-based aids. So even if the college doesn't offer merit aid scholarships itself, you may still earn some merit aid money from your state. Another myth is that private scholarships, those that are unrelated to the college, will award more money than merit aid scholarships from the colleges. The truth is that the average merit aid award from the colleges is around $5,000 compared to $500 to $2,000 for private scholarships. There's a huge range for private scholarships. But most private scholarships are one-time payments, while many merit aid scholarships are renewable. I recommend trying to get access to both, but don't discount the value of the merit scholarship and the possibility of a merit scholarship from the college that you're considering. The fourth myth that I hear is that merit aid scholarships are going to, or people just don't understand, they think that merit aid scholarships are going to require completing long applications and essays. And the reality is, most merit aid scholarships simply require that you apply and be accepted to the college, and that you complete the FAFSA and possibly some other college-specific aid application, but that's usually it. The long essays and separate applications that accompany many private scholarships aren't needed for most merit aid scholarships because a college already has all that information on your application. And probably the biggest pushback I hear is that the chances of actually getting a scholarship are slim. And actually, I was just reading this today on the internet, 1 in 4 students going to college will receive merit aid. That's 25%, which is pretty high. On the other hand, some private scholarships are national competitions that put you up against tens of thousands of students from across the country for one award. Many merit scholarships go to multiple students. Some go to any student that meets a certain minimum requirement. Also, most colleges offer many merit scholarships, from a couple dozen to several hundred individual scholarship programs based on some kind of merit. So the next question is, where do you go and how can you do your research to find out what merit aid is available at the colleges that you're considering, and how can you include that information in your early college selection process? My guest today is Betsy Peters, the founder and CEO of PossibilityU. Betsy is joining me to share her perspective on ways to research and plan for merit aid at the colleges on your list. Hi, Betsy. Thanks for joining me on College Smart Radio.
Hello, Beatrice. Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, Betsy, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and PossibilityU?
Sure. I think you did a fantastic overview of the issues that really got me into this business to begin with. I was a school board member here in Maine and looked at the number of students coming in ninth grade into our local high school and the number of college degrees coming out. And it shocked me how few there were. And I started looking into the problems around college degrees in this country, which are shockingly low. And where students tend to fall out of the pipeline is around academic mismatching, but increasingly so it's around financial mismatching. And so we have applied some fun big data tools to the problem and come up with a program that helps anyone from a freshman all the way through a senior try and figure out what are the right ways to sort the 4,000 schools in the United States to find the best match for them, academically, socially, and financially.
So how can students research or get access to that information that's part of your company?
So the work that we do is combining databases that are available both publicly through the government as well as through the College Board and other resources to look at last year's cohort of awarded merit aid and what kind of grades each student had to have. So what was the grade floor to get the merit aid, and then what was the amount of dollars that went into it. So essentially what our tool does is show the get in and get aid possibilities based on a student's GPA, test scores, and class rank.
It's really valuable information, and it's nice to be able to get that information at one spot. And I want to actually even go over some examples of how what you see as far as what colleges are offering. But let's take a break. You are with us on College Smart Radio, where my guest today is Betsy Peters, CEO of PossibilityU. We're discussing researching college with merit aid in mind. We all know that college is expensive and will most likely be some of the most costly years for a family. Understanding how to navigate the college cost to save everywhere you can is a smart thing to do. To help families be on this radio show, I host community workshops around the Bay Area several times a month that explain the costs of various colleges, how the financial aid system works, and things to consider to prepare yourself for this tremendous expense. You can find my workshop schedule at collegesmartradio.com. We'll be right back with Betsy Peters on College Smart Radio.
For more information on today's topic, visit collegesmartradio.com or call area code 650-587-1517. College Smart Radio continues in moments on AM 1220 KDOW. Contact Beatrice Schultz at collegesmartradio.com or call area code 650-587-1517. Now, back to College Smart Radio with your host Beatrice Schultz on AM 1220 KDOW.
Welcome back to College Smart Radio, where we help you tackle the runaway costs of college. I'm Beatrice Schultz. I'm talking with my guest, Betsy Peters, about researching merit aid at colleges early in the college selection process. Betsy, we were talking about search or possibilities of how to find out the research about what merit aid may be available for different students. How do you use this? How should a student, or how would you use this information to select schools?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we recommend that you get started quite early on the process of understanding what your expected financial contribution is going to be as early as your sophomore year. And parents and students can fill out the FAFSA with tax return information in that sophomore year to get a sense of where they're going to be. And then I think there's numerous ways to do it. There certainly is the net cost calculators, which will give some kind of indication. But there's nothing that is going to be better, give you better information than calling up the financial aid offices of the schools that you're interested in. So working from the kind of very general, how do you sort from 4,000 schools in the U.S. down to your list of, let's say 5 to 7 to 12 that you might apply to, there are certainly books in the library and websites that you can go to look at the general stats by schools. Our search tool actually helps you personalize based on your own grades and test scores and allows you to cut through databases to get to that faster.
Does your database separate need-based aid and merit-based aid, or does it just generally say this is what you will expect of aid?
No, it does. It's very clear which are the schools that do need-based aid only. And there's very few of them. Most schools actually like to use the aid money to attract the most diverse and talented audience that they can get of students. So as you said earlier on in the program, merit aid is by far the biggest pot of money. There certainly is need aid out there, but merit is the largest chunk. And so going after that early on as you're looking at your schools is very important. And so one rule of thumb that we like to